Welcome to The Power of Your Voice, Owning Your Truth and Inspiring Change audiobook. This audiobook is dedicated to every woman who has ever felt silenced, misunderstood, or doubted. To the ones who have dimmed their light to make others comfortable, who have questioned the power of their own voice. This is for you, the bold, the quiet, the fierce, and the soft. Your voice matters. Your truth is important, and the world needs to hear it. May this be the reminder that no matter how different or unconventional your message may feel, there is someone waiting for your story, your wisdom, and your light. Have you ever stopped to think about the power of your voice? I don't just mean the sound that comes out when you speak. I mean your ability to influence, inspire, and impact the world around you. You see, your voice is the most powerful tool you have, and it's time to embrace it. Your voice carries your truth, your experiences, and your unique perspective, and the world needs to hear what you have to say. No one else can tell your story like you can. So today, I want to remind you that your voice matters. It's time to use it boldly and without fear. Not too long ago, I found myself in an interesting situation. I was picking out an AI voice to narrate my audiobooks. There were all these different voices, some soft, some strong, some with different accents. As I listened to each one, trying to decide which one felt right, I realized something. There were voices I liked, and there were voices I didn't like. And that was okay. That experience brought me back to something I used to struggle with in my own life. You see, for a long time, I thought I needed everyone to like the sound of my voice. I thought I had to change how I spoke or what I said to fit in, to make sure nobody was offended or uncomfortable. I wanted everyone's approval. But here's the truth that set me free. I'm not called to everyone, and you're not called to everyone either. Not everyone is going to like your voice, your message, or the way you show up in the world. And guess what? That's okay. Just like not every AI voice was right for me, you don't need everyone's approval. Your voice isn't meant for everyone. But here's the good news. You are called to someone. There's someone out there who needs your voice, your story, and your truth. I learned that I don't have to change who I am to be accepted. I don't have to water down my message to make it more palatable. And neither do you when you step into your truth. When you speak boldly and authentically, the right people will hear you, and they will be changed by your words. I want you to think about this. What would happen if you stopped holding back? What would happen if you stopped trying to make everyone like you and just started speaking from the heart? Your voice has the power to change lives, but it starts with you believing that what you have to say is valuable. Even if your voice shakes, even if you're afraid of being judged or misunderstood, your truth is still worth speaking. It's time to show up as the real you. Speak up in your family. Speak up at work. Speak up in your community. There is someone waiting for the message only you can deliver. And when you show up authentically, you give others permission to do the same. So today, I challenge you to start using your voice. Not the version of your voice that you think others want to hear, but the real you. The world needs more people who aren't afraid to speak the truth, your truth. Here are some practical steps you can take. Number 1. Start small, speak up in everyday conversations. Begin by expressing yourself in situations where you might usually stay quiet. Whether it's at work, with family, or among friends, practice sharing your thoughts and opinions. You don't have to make grand speeches right away. Sometimes it's about simply speaking up in small moments. This builds your confidence over time and reminds you that your perspective is valuable, no matter how big or small the setting. Number 2, share your story with someone you trust. There is power in storytelling, and your personal experiences can inspire others in ways you might not realize. Start by sharing your story with someone close to you, a friend, a mentor, or a loved one. It's a safe way to practice being open and vulnerable. As you see how your words resonate with them, you'll realize that your voice has the ability to uplift and encourage those around you. Number 3, journal your thoughts and find your message. Not everyone is ready to speak out immediately, and that's okay. If you're unsure of where to start, Begin by writing down your thoughts. Journaling can help you discover what's truly on your heart and mind. As you gain clarity on your message, you'll feel more confident in sharing it with others. It's about discovering what you're passionate about and what you want to say to the world. Number 4, embrace rejection and stay authentic. Not everyone will agree with or appreciate your message, and that's perfectly fine. It's important to remind yourself that your voice won't resonate with everyone, and it doesn't need to. Embrace the idea that rejection is part of the process and stay true to who you are. Don't dilute your voice for acceptance. The right people will connect with your authenticity. Number 5, join a community where your voice can thrive. Surround yourself with a community that supports and encourages self-expression. Whether it's a group at work, a social club, or an online community, find spaces where your voice is valued. Being in an environment that nurtures growth will help you develop your confidence and provide opportunities to practice using your voice in a supportive setting. Number 6, use your voice for good. Whether it's advocating for a cause you believe in or encouraging someone who needs uplifting, use your voice to make a difference. Small acts of speaking up for what's right can create ripples of change. Start by looking for moments where your voice can bring clarity, kindness, or justice. Even if it's just one person you influence, your voice has the power to create positive change. The world is waiting to hear your message. And let me remind you, you don't need to change your voice for anyone. The right people will hear it, and they'll be inspired by your authenticity. You're not called to everyone, but you are called to someone. Someone is out there right now, waiting for the encouragement, the wisdom, and the perspective that only you can give. Your voice can bring healing, clarity, and inspiration to someone else's life. So don't hold back. Speak up, share your truth, and let your voice be heard. You're powerful, you're enough, and the world needs what you have to offer. Girl, you better preach. I want to hear from you. If God has given you a story, a miracle, or a message is stirring in your heart, I invite you to join me on my podcast, Girl, You Better Preach, where we have unfiltered conversations about faith, finances, and relationships. So reach out to me and just say, Girl, I'm ready to preach. And together, we'll lift each other up, share our testimonies, and inspire others to find their voice in God.